Hello, my name is Brandon Keaton. One of the greatest honors of my life was to serve in the United States Marine Corps for 21 years, as both an enlisted Marine and as an officer of Marines. Brave men and women voluntarily put themselves in harm's way to protect the freedoms we as Americans so deeply cherish. However, many Marines are entirely unaware of one specific danger they were exposed to. Unfortunately, the water at Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune was contaminated for years with hazardous toxins. Marines and their families drank and bathed in this dangerous water for decades. Once I discovered this, I wanted to ensure that Marines and their families exposed to this toxic water could get the help and healing they deserve. We serve this nation faithfully. It's time for this nation to live up to its ideals and take care of its own. Thousands are coming forward to hold the federal government accountable. So if you or a loved one suffered because of exposure to toxic water at Camp Lejeune, I encourage you to pick up the phone and call AVA Law Group today. Semper Fi.
Hello, my name is Andrew Van Arsdale and I'm the managing partner at AVA Law Group. As you may have heard, Congress has recently passed the Camp Lejeune Justice Act. This act allows Marine Corps service members, their family members, and even civilian workers who lived or worked at Camp Lejeune from 1953 to 1988 to seek justice for the injuries caused by the toxic water at that base. Today, I have with me Colleen Murphy. Colleen is a registered nurse who's been practicing for over 40 years in the field of medicine. She knows firsthand how devastating a cancer diagnosis or other serious illness can be to a family. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for inviting me to tell my story of what I've experienced working with families who've dealt with these devastating diseases and illnesses.
How does a family react when somebody's diagnosed with cancer or another serious disease?
Well, imagine, Andrew, to get that diagnosis and wonder, do we even have a future? The patient feels that way. The children feel that way. The family feels that way. That's devastating. And then to try to go on to live a normal life. Is that possible? Because cancer, it takes you down emotionally, it takes you down spiritually, and it takes a family down many times financially.
They reportedly knew the water was toxic at Camp Lejeune, and they didn't report it, or they didn't report it up high enough, or maybe they did, and it just was never, ever warned the people that were there.
So these are the people who have to think back. Was I at Camp Lejeune during that time? Could this be what happened to me or my children or my parents?
The one good thing that has happened recently, though, is Congress and our government has finally done the right thing. They acknowledged this was a failure. That's what the Camp Lejeune Justice Act is. It's a way to seek justice for these Marine Corps service members and their families who are harmed. And so I really do encourage, if you or a loved one lived or worked at Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1988 and were later diagnosed with cancer or another serious injury, to contact AVA Law Group right now. We're so thankful to the Marine Corps and their families who sacrificed so much to give us the lives and the freedom that we have in this incredible country of ours. Here at AVA Law Group, it would be an honor to fight for the justice and compensation you so very much deserve.
If you or a loved one resided at Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune anytime between 1953 and 1987 and were later diagnosed with cancer, Parkinson's disease, or other serious health effects, call AVA Law Group right now. You may be entitled to significant compensation. For decades, Marines and their family members at Camp Lejeune drank and bathed in water contaminated with hazardous toxins. Types of cancer and other diseases associated with exposure to Camp Lejeune toxic water include bladder cancer, kidney cancer, liver cancer, adult leukemia, multiple myeloma, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, Parkinson's disease, and many more. Even if you were denied justice in the past, emerging legislation may provide a new path forward to secure significant compensation for injuries caused by Camp Lejeune toxic water. Call right now to find out if you qualify.